this type of things on Saturday. But don't think that every Saturday I will explain easy points. But this Saturday I kept easy to explain you first. So there I am talking first about what? Freeware. Freeware I will explain first. Next I'll go for what open source. Open source I will explain. What do you mean by open source? What do you mean by freeware? I just go for it. Easy. And it is only for awareness purpose this is given. For downloading the Python software, are we paying any single NP? No, we are not paying a single NP to the PSF, and we are downloading for free of cost. And we are downloading for free of cost. And there we are saying downloads. And Python 3.12.1, we are downloading for free of cost. This is comes under what? Freeware. If any software is downloading for freely from the official website, we call it as what? Freeware. So freeware you are already understanding now. If we download any software freely from official websites, official source, then that language or then that software is called what? Freeware. Then example, I will write it. What are the freewares now? Python and Java is also one freeware. And Java is also one freeware, students. Java is also one freeware. These are all called, I just wrote only two of them. And there are many more are there. Now the point is, of course, this is a doubt you need to get it, which in the further I will explain it. What is that now? If I download this software for free or free of cost, where they developed and put lot of efforts to develop such softwares, how these people are making benefits? Are you getting my point? If the software is downloaded for free of cost, in what way they are getting downloaded? In what way they are going to get benefits? Are you able to get these points? So that point, they are giving free of cost to download. Their entire intelligence and their entire efforts, we are getting it in a fraction of seconds. And how these people are getting benefits, how this PSF organization is getting benefits, right? It is also one general knowledge question. In the further classes, I will try to give you some clarity on that area. Okay, now? Right. That you don't worry now. What is the freeware? If we download any software freely from official source, then that software is called what? Freeware. Now I'm talking about open source. This is also one important point I would like to tell you here. So what is this open source says? Once you download the Python software, that Python software will be having some name. If I download my Python software in the downloads option, you are having Python 3. When I download Java software, just see students, one small point I want to say. When I download Java software, if we go to the Java software, there is a JDK 17 version is available. Something like that. Once we download the Python software is having some standard name. That standard name of Python is CPython we can call. What is the standard name of the Python? CPython. This is one of the most important awareness purpose it is required. The standard name of the Python. I start with this now. The standard name of Python. The standard name of Python software is CPython. This CPython is actually developed by the Rosen, maintained and managed by what company? PSF. Such a type of CPython, as on today, some of the software vendors, that is some of the software companies came forward and customized. Which software they customized it? CPython they customized. Customized CPython for developing for developing their own in-house tools. For their own in-house tools. When you work in any company, most of the MNCs, if you take it, each company is having their own in-house tools for performance measurements, for releasing processes, for quality assurance purpose. For their own tools will be there in every company. If you go to Wipro, if you go to IBM, if you go to Capgemini, if you go to iGate, MNC, Infosys, they have their own in-house tools will present. Those in-house tools are actually developed from where? By customizing some of the open source, by customizing some of the softwares. For example, C Python is a language, standard name of the Python. Such a C Python downloaded, that is called freeware. These companies has customized this C Python for developing their own in-house tools. Such a type of customized versions of what? C Python are called what? The customized versions of the customized versions of C Python are called what, Python distributions we can call. Python distributions we can call. I'll show you. Python distributions we can call. Python distributions we can call. I hope you are getting my words. What are the various Python distributions available? I'll be writing some of them. So overall together, what I want to bring to you is, if any software is permitting the software vendors to customize, such a type of softwares are called what? Open source. If any software is permitting to change their existing thing for their own customized operations, we call that software is C Python. Suppose you take .NET, which is not possible to customize. That is called what? Licensed software we can call. You have to buy from Microsoft. They will issue the license for it. Java is not like that. Python is not like that. Anybody can download it. Anybody can change that part. Anybody can go for customizing. We call it as what? Open source. So what do I mean by open source? If any software company, I'm just writing the definition or meaning of it. If any software vendor customizes what? Customizes the official software, then it is called what? Open source. Then it is called open source. This is only the awareness purpose. What is the freeware? Downloading freely. After downloading freely, if any company customizes that official software, then it is called what? Open source. The standard name of Python software is C Python. So such a C Python customized by a lot of companies for their own in-house tools. I just now said something. For testing purpose, for performance evaluation, for quality assurance, for releasing processes. So some lot of operations will be there. Such a type of customized versions of Python are called what? Python distributions. Are you getting the clarity on it? It's simple, students. Downloading freely is called a freeware. Changing that C Python is called what? If the software allows us to change it, it is known as what? Open source. Even Java also, there are some distributions are available. Some customization is taken place in the market. Now I'm going to write some of the distributions of Python. Some of the Python distributions are. Now I am writing just for your knowledge purpose. There are so many distributions are available. So number one, I am writing it. JPython, or I am writing Jython. I am going to say Jython. This is used for what? Used for running Java-based applications. To run the Java applications, what is required? Java software is required. But for running this Java applications, you can have what? Jython or Java, JPython is required. This is called what? One of the distribution of what here? C Python. Are you going to understand? Are you able to follow? Right. Who is this? Prakash Raj. Python, full form, platform, independent. What is this? Python, full form, float form, independent. Okay. Okay. It's very danger. So, because by reading that, we will get confused. Python full form is platform independent. In spelling also see. Because this, of course, you don't feel it. By seeing that, sometimes I'll get myself, tension in about your career. Tension about your career. Really, students, sometimes you have seen it. It's giving some tension or not. And being an online student, how you must be so systematic. Every student must be systematic, but I don't want to comment on them. But in first day, na, of course, I'm sharing everything with you people. First day when student raised the hand, I yourself. First day, you are raising the hand. Why? First day, one person raised a hand for the online doubt clarification. When after the class is left out, I used to clarify. He's singing a song. When I gave a mic facility to him, he's singing a song. Actually, subject doubt you need to ask. So that is the things going on. So that is what I'm feeling little inconvenient also. Okay, let it be. So now I'm going to say, no problem. That's why students, be sincere, get my class services, be perfect. Now Jython or JPython used for running what applications? Java Python. Next is called Iron Python. Iron Python. It is also called as what IPython we can call. IPython. IPython. Used for running. Used for running. Used for running. What applications? C#.NET applications. C#.NET applications. C#.NET applications. This is called what? One of the flavor of what? One of the distribution of what? Python. Some of the people also call it as a flavors of Python. So this is called one more thing. Iron Python or IPython. Used for running C#.NET application. Next is called what? MicroPython. MicroPython. It is used to develop. It is not only used for running, used to develop also. Used to develop microcontroller applications. Microcontroller applications. Of course, you need not to bother about these distributions. For your knowledge purpose, I am giving. What these are all called? What these are all called? Python distributions. These are all called what? Customized versions of which one? C Python. So we are saying Python. That Python's original name is C Python. These are all called what? Distributions of Python. Customized part of what? C Python. Well, next I will go for what? One more I will go for it. What is the next one? Stackless Python. Stackless Python. It is for what? Developing which applications? Developing concurrency applications. I will explain in the class about concurrency meaning. Concurrency applications. Take a best examples called what? In multi-threading, one concept is there. Of course, no Python teacher will enter into that, including the same places. Especially in my batches, I'll talk about multi-threading, which is going to provide the concurrency. As on today, you take railway reservation, IRCTC project, take banking, take Abibus reservation system. That are all going to be discussing as a part of my classes. See that which is already completed examples, threads, multi-threading. See the number of examples here. Number of examples here. These many number of examples I'm going to discuss. So such a type of examples I'm going to get it in my class. So threads, if we take it, so many number of examples I'm going to discuss. Deadlocks concept also I'm discussing. In operating system, there is a concept called deadlocks. If you know MC or BTech CSC, there is a subject called OS. That type of examples also I'm discussing in the class. And that type of deep discussion, Python means don't think that only 1 month, 15 days, something is getting completed. You see that I'm going to discuss synchronization mechanism also. Because people are thinking nowadays, Java in 20 days, 15 in 15 days, Python in 15, 20 days. They're thinking like that. But when you go to an interview, real picture will come out. They are coming back. So this is called a deadlocks concept I'm talking. All these things, so many number of problems I'm explaining it. So why I'm showing all these things is by mistake, if you miss it, what is happening, I'm just saying. So by saying all these things, student is already you are undergone different type of activities. If all of a sudden when one stage, if people are speaking reality, they are unable to believe it. And not everybody, 25% I'm talking about. Because you have seen such type of people in your education career. But here it is different as far as this class is concerned. So like that, I'm going to write it, etc. I'm writing. These are all called what? Ruby, Python, so many number of Python, Windows Python, so many number of Pythons are there. These are all comes under what? Distributions of which language? Python language. Now I will show you this type of Python distributions. One small for your observation purpose, I will go for it. Take some new tab. So there I am going to take it. Python distributions, I'm going to take it. Python distributions, I'm going to take it, which is recognized by python.org. I'm just going to take up. You click on this now. You click on this now. You take this type. So here I'm going to take it. You just observe it. Python distributions. This is for your clarity. It's not for anything. No interviewer will ask you what are the Python distributions. It's least bother about it. See that active Python, Anaconda Python, Chinese Python. So there are a lot of Pythons are there. IPython, Packet Python, so many number of Pythons are available. These are all called what? Various distributions. Open sources of what language? Python language. So Python implementations, you take it. Here you take it. Cross, stackless Python, so many number of micro Python, circuit Python, so iron Python, Jython, Python in Java for the Java platform applications. These are all called what? Different varieties of what? Pythons. These are all customizing from where? C Python. So need not to worry about that entire Pythons here. This is only for clarity purpose I'm going to give you. I hope you are getting it, students. Clear up? Well, so this is about freeware and open source. So only one thing, what is freeware and what is open source, you must understand in the class. Other than that, no interviewer will ask you, what is the freeware? Answer that. What is the open source? They won't ask any question. So Python is freeware or licensed software? Freeware. Means what? Downloading freely from any official source. Then what is the open source? If any downloaded software allows us to customize, we call it as what? Open source. Open source. Understood that? Well, now I'm going to enter into the students in online. Did you understand? Fine. So let us go to the point back. Now I'll move to the further. Anaconda Python is very dangerous, sir. Because Anaconda is very big danger, like that. So when they ask about Anaconda Python in interview, what do you need to say? Actually, Anaconda Python is meant for executing Hadoop applications. Hadoop, big data applications. We used to use in data science level. That is called Conda, C-O-N-D-A. Conda applications we can call. We are using Jupyter Notebook, Spider IDs in the class. For what? That's the Anaconda Python distribution, that is for development of Matplotlib, data visualization purpose. And such type of thing is saying what danger is saying. Interviewer is asking, what is Anaconda Python? If you say that answers, what will happen? My dear student, please come out of that. It's my request. Don't say such type of thing. Come out. Shall we move forward? Yeah. Now I'm going to enter into the next one. Next one, I will go for it. What is the next one? High level. Fine. So high level programming I am going to discuss. High level I am going to discuss here. Very, very easy. not a difficult. So now I am going to start with. In IT, as simply we discussed earlier, platform independent, platform dependent, static typed, dynamically typed. Now we are coming across low level, high level, interpreted language, compiler language. Like that, in IT, we have carefully follow two types of languages. Two types of languages. They are, they are, number one is called low level language. Low level language. Low level language. Second is called what you know? High level language. High level language. So, two types of languages are available. What do you mean by low level languages? This is a very important facility, students. And in MCQs, lot of questions will come on this area. What do you mean by high level languages? What do you mean by low level languages? I just want to discuss here. Very simple. Try to follow. In low level languages, what is happening? In high level languages, what is happening? And how this Python is just treated as. How Python is just treated as. I just want to go for giving the clarity here. Well, the questions which are coming across in MCQs in majority of the companies is something like this. Go to the Python environment once. You know how to go to Python environment, students? You can go to all apps. Maybe you know how to download it, already download it. Python there, Python 3.12 and Python 3.12, this icon you need to take it. Okay, you know how to take it. So there I like to take it for more visibility purpose. I just used to take like this. It is also comes under what? 3.12.1. Correct? Now there I will take up. You see that A is equal to 3, B is equal to 4, and you people will say A plus B, and you will say the answer is called 7. 7. It is so easy for you to say the answer called 7. So it is known as what? Even a layman also can say 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 because it is comes under, if you have little mathematics knowledge, this is called decimal number system. What system it is? Decimal number system it is called. Decimal number system it is called. So all the calculations in day-to-day operations is going on with a decimal number system. In mathematics, in Java, in C language, in C++, even in Python, in any language, by default, programmers interact with what? Decimal number system only. Now, all of a sudden, when you go to the OS level and processor level, our decimal data, our decimal number system data will not be evaluated as it is. That will be converted into what? Low level format. Low level format is nothing but what? Machine code it will be converted. I mean, A is equal to, for example, today I'm writing that and I will explain still this in detail I will explain. 0B 1010111011 like this. I just wrote it like this. This is called what? Everything in the form of what? Binary. Binary. Next, B is equal to 0B. There I am saying some 111, 00, 111, 0111. Like this I entered. Now I am saying that A plus B, what will be the answer now? You cannot answer it because I am representing everything in the form of what? Binary. In Tuesday or Wednesday class, I am going to tell you exactly. I can say on Wednesday class because Tuesday I will start the programming. On Wednesday I will come to this programming part. In my existing classes, there is a data types concept is available. There I will enter into that. There I am going to tell you the conversions. Decimal to binary, decimal to hexa, decimal to what? Octal. With the mathematics and then how to do with the programming I am going to tell you. Look at that. Maybe you have done in your college level, but you remembered or not, I don't know. This calculation also I am going to explain. This is on Wednesday class, it will take place. But today, this is called which level of data? Low level data this is. Who will understand this low level data? Machine code, na? Who will understand the machine code? Last class I said OS and processor will understand such a type of data. PVM also going to get this data internally and it is going to print what? A plus B, which is more faster than doing what? 3 plus 4. Why? Internally, when I say 3 plus 4, for you it is easy. Internally, what it will do happening? 3 is converted into binary, 4 is converted into binary, that both of them are added, and then finally result 7 is coming. But here what is happening? Both of them are represented in the form of what? Binary. Directly we are saying there is no need to convert what? Decimal number system into what? Binary. Then those values taken, adding the binary data, still the binary data is added. Still the result is in which format? Binary data format only. It is in which level? Low level data only. The PVM is doing what you know, students? Automatically, the low level data is converted into what? End user understandable format it is going to be given. End user understandable format is which number system? Decimal number system. So it is going to give you the data in which format? Decimal number system format it is going to give you. Are you able to get it? So try to write this now. I'm going to write it. I will tell you how to convert this data into which format? Decimal number system format. I said now already I shown you some example that will come in Wednesday class. So I will go for entering this. Even though the data is represented in low level, I'm going to print it in the form of A plus B. This is the data you will get it. In simple words, A is equal to, for your better to understand, 1010, which is a binary format of 10. That is a binary format of 10. How you got the 10, sir? I will explain the technique for you. Right now, don't worry. I will explain that mathematics calculation. Programming also I will explain. To understand that no mathematics knowledge is required, I will explain everything for you. Now, B is equal to 0B1111 I am writing. That is a 15. 15. Print of what now? A plus B. What is an answer now? 25. 25 is an answer. Sir, how you know this 1010 is a 10? I'll tell you some type of calculation for you. Next week, you will be becoming a programmer in Python. This is going to become what? 15. Sir, how do you print? Separately, you print. A, you print it. What is that? 10. B, you print it. What is that now? 15. What did you understand with this discussion? Come on, students. This is which data? Low level data. Converted into what data? Understandable format of the end user, which is nothing but a high level only now. So low level data converted automatically into what? So Python is which language by default? High level language, because irrespective of the format you are specifying, that is automatically converted into which format? High level. This is one number system. Keep in mind, in detail, I will explain to you in the coming Wednesday class. One more example. A is equal to 0x. That stands for hexadecimal format. How many number systems are there actually? How many number systems are there? Decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. This is actually in your first year of graduation, you need to get it. So, okay, whether because of different reasons, for example, you don't know. What is the default number system? Decimal. It is also system test in interviews. Write a Python program for number system calculation. Write a Python program for number system development. You need to write so much of code for that. How to write it, I am going to tell in the class. 0x. Now I am writing, for example, BEE. It is a very frequently asked MCQ. Which data I am representing? Hexadecimal. 0x stands for what? Hexa. 0b stands for what? Binary. Come on, 0b stands for what? Binary. 0x stands for what? Hexa. What is that result? You don't know. But I say the value called 3054. How I know? Because I have some type of what? Calculation in my mind. That calculation you will come across on Wednesday. You print this now. Print of what now? A. 0xB is called what? Hexadecimal value, which is automatically converted into what? End user understandable format. Are you getting it? 0, something like what? 0x AC. 0x AC, either small AC or capital AC, whatever it is. It is going to give you the value called 172. 172. Print the value of A 172. Whatever the format you are representing, automatically converted into what? High level format. That is known as Python is by default which language? You may ask a question, sir, can I convert this 172 back to this place? Yes, I am going to tell you the technique. High level language to low level I can convert. Low level to by default converted to what? High level. If I want to convert a high level to low level, I need to go for some programming methodology I need to tell you. Getting students? Well, next I'm going to tell you about this is comes under what? Hexa to high level language. Next time go to one more. 0x, 0o, 0o. Some 19 I am going to take it. 19. 19 I am going to take it. It is going to give you what? The value. You print it 0o 19. That is an error. It is an 8 you take it. 7 you take it. Because it's O stands for what? Octal. Octal says what? 0 to 7. 9 is called what? Error. Octal is containing 0 to 7. So just I took it like that. After that, what is an answer now? You will see the answer called what? You know, you will be getting the answer is called what? You will get some 15, you will get it. 15. What is that 15? What is 0 or 17 is called low level. But we are getting into what? High level. That means, if you understand me, if you represent the data in binary or what? Hexa or in where? Octal. If you represent the data in the format of what? Binary, hexa, octal, by default it is getting converted into what type? High level language, that is called decimal number system automatically getting converted. Hence by default Python is which language? High level language. I hope you got it. So if anybody asks you what is high level language, you must say. So in the programming of Python, we are representing data in binary, octal, hexa. Such a type of data automatically converted into which number system? Decimal number system. By default, we are not doing any calculation over there. That's why Python is which language? High level language it is called. I hope you are getting, students. So how to convert this type of values into 172 and this 0xb into 3054, something like x is equal to. Very recently, this is the question. 0x face, FACE, and they are giving some options for you. You ask these questions to any student, out of order completely. So print of this x, it is going to print this value, it is going to print something like this, it is going to print 64,206 is going to come. How it is going to come? There is some calculation is there. I'll explain to you. And after explaining that calculation, if such questions are going to come, you will easily answer it. Very recently, one more question is also there. ACC x is equal to, what is this print of x? They will ask you simple fill in the blank or options they will give you. Such a type of things you need to get it. Lot of students will struggle in getting selected in MCQs test itself. And luckily they are giving A, B, C, D for you. If your luck is good in that day, you may select it. And that is not only the direct offer letter will not be given. And you will be going for system test these days. System test means what? They will give a big problem. That problem you need to solve it by writing the coding. That coding will explain you very thoroughly. And even a dull students who don't know the coding, by following my instructions of the 3 instructions, if I said that I said in the day 1, if you follow, he'll become number 1 coder. Okay now? So let me show you what exactly the meaning of high level language is. So I'm going to show you, instead of writing that whatever I explained it, I will show you here what is high level language. I just want to show you, students. Here I'm going to write it, high level language here. So just let me go to back. Here I will take it, features here. So I will take it here, high level programming language. Just read out carefully. Start. In this context, we have 2 types of languages. They are low level programming languages, high level programming languages. Number 1, low level programming languages definition I'm saying. What do you mean by that? In low-level programming languages, data is always stored in the form of low-level values such as binary data, octal data, and hexadecimal data. These number systems are not directly understandable by end users. Will you understand? No, we cannot understand. We cannot understand these values directly by the layman's. Correct or not? So this 0B data, 0X data, 0O data, these are all comes under what? Low level data. Such a type of values we can't understand it. Our Python software will convert these languages into the end user understandable format called decimal number system. That's why Python is called which level language? Right. Come to the point back. In high level programming language, what is happening? You see. In these languages, internally, even the programmer specifies the data in the form of low level format, such as binary data, octal data, hexadecimal data. Automatically, Python programming language execution environment converts into high level data, which is understandable by end users. Hence, Python is one of the high level programming language. Suppose you see 0B data, 0B data. I printed A, I printed B. 0x BEE, I printed 0.54. And I just, of course, this is not necessary to worry. In further, I will tell you. And I'll keep one more example here. This data, I will keep it. Octal related data also, I will keep it here. This is comes under what? All different type of number system values, binary, hexa, octal, converted into what? Our understandable format. That's why Python is which language? High level language. This is an actual meaning of high level programming version given in the PSF documentation. Understand? Right. For example, a new student come to, why I am saying this entire thing is, if you take up such a type of exact specification of the subject, it may be bouncing to some of the students, right? So suppose a new student came to the Hyderabad for learning some offline Python classes, for example, or online student directly attending some class, some person it send a link and you are attending. They put a heading called what? High level language. What they are saying, instead of saying this entire actual fact of the subject, they are saying what, learning Python programming or writing Python programming is something, right? They are exactly writing like this. Writing Python program is like what? English. Is like English. Is like English statements they are saying. Is like English statements they are saying. What you will feel? English statements are very easy, right? You will feel English statements are very easy. And they are saying that Python is what? High level language. And you will impress. After listening my class, you cannot impress about it. But to the dummy student who don't know any subject, to any non-technical person, all are non-technical in my view only. Even though you complete BTech CSC also, you are non-technical only. Only thing is you have a laptop, that's all. So, high level language, if you take it, writing a Python program is something like an English statements they will say. And a student will think what? High level means what? Speaking like an English. Is the Python program writing like an English? Huh? First of all, we know English perfectly. So these are all problems will be coming. You did not impress about that statement. But a newly coming student definitely, okay, high level language. That's why it is called high level language. You will go to interview. How Python is high level language? You will say that sentence. And interviewer will say, not at all impressed with it. And one more thing, very recently I have seen it. When I was explained here, the topic for you in your session, I was explained a topic for you about what? Simple. I was explained a topic called simple for you. I almost explained this entire factor number 1, factor number 2, and factor number 3. Factor number 1, factor number 3, almost 1.5 hours I explained. Module related information, garbage collector related information,